Ah, passive income. It's the ultimate dream, isn't it? The idea of earning money while you're sleeping, finally getting to escape that daily grind. But what if the popular version of this whole dream is, well, more of a fantasy? Today, we're going to dig into what it really takes to build a life of financial freedom. So let's get right into it. This quote from entrepreneur Danielle Hu just perfectly captures that fantasy, right? Making money while you sleep, waking up to sales notifications. It's this vision of a life where your bank account is just growing while you're at the beach or asleep or just spending time with your family. It's the ultimate promise, isn't it? Your time is finally your own. It's an incredibly seductive idea. And see, at its core, this whole dream of passive income, it's not really just about the money. It's about what that money buys you, right? It's about location freedom, time freedom, and financial freedom. It's the ability to live and work from absolutely anywhere, totally on your own terms. But the big question is the path to this holy grail as dreamy as the destination itself? All right, so as appealing as that dream sounds, some of the sharpest minds in finance are, well, they're sounding the alarm. They're actually suggesting that this popular idea of passive income might just be one of the most seductive lies out there. So here's where the dream just smacks right into reality. On one side, you have this idea of effortless income, and on the other, you've got financial author Morgan Housel's super blunt assessment. This is not a thing. His whole argument is pretty simple, actually. He says there's just no such thing as truly passive income without a massive upfront investment of either your time or your money. So what gives? I think this quote just frames the whole debate perfectly. Building something that generates income is hard, no doubt. But you know what? Being broke is also hard. There's just no easy path here. So the real question isn't how do I avoid work? The real question is, which hard are you willing to choose to get the life you want? Okay, so let's start by busting the biggest myth right out of the gate. This idea that passive income means no work. I'm telling you, it is a complete and total illusion. Look, the reality is, every single passive income stream requires one of two things: a massive upfront effort or continuous ongoing maintenance. So yeah, you might spend months and months building an amazing online course or writing an ebook. But once it's built, you're not done. You still have to market it, you have to update it, you have to handle customer service. The work, it never really disappears. But here's the thing, you don't need to be some trust fund baby to achieve this, not at all. What you do need is creativity. You need consistency and a real willingness to learn. It's not about some magic trick, it's all about committing to the process, day in and day out. Okay, so let's say you've put in all that hard work, and you've actually built something amazing. Awesome. Well, that leads us right into myth number 2, the idea that if you just build it, they will come. That if you create a great product, customers will just magically appear. Honestly, this is the exact spot where most aspiring entrepreneurs totally fail. And to understand why they fail, you really need to get your head around the concept of traffic. Now, traffic is basically the engine of your business. It's the system, whether it's a YouTube channel or a blog or a social media following, that consistently puts your product in front of people who might actually want to buy it, even when you're not actively working. There's this analogy that just makes it all crystal clear. It's like somebody opens up a restaurant, and they think just because they have amazing food, they're going to make a ton of money. Nope. Why? They have no traffic. You can have the best product on the planet, but if nobody knows it exists, you don't have a business. What you have is an expensive hobby. So think of it like this. A great product, that's your vehicle, but the traffic, the audience, that's the entire distribution system. It's the highway, and without building that system, that audience, you're basically a car with absolutely no roads to drive on. So, how powerful is traffic? Let me just put a number on the screen for you. $42,000. What is that? Well, that is the estimated advertising value of just 1 month of free traffic for a small YouTube channel. That's the incredible power of building your own distribution system. So, okay, if passive income is the wrong term, if it's kind of a myth, then what's the right goal? What should we actually be aiming for? It's time to completely reframe the objective here, moving away from this idea of laziness and towards something way more powerful. The real goal, the thing we should all be chasing, is financial independence. And as Morgan Housel defines it, this isn't about sitting on a beach and never working again. No, it's about gaining absolute control over your time and your life. It's the ability to do what you want, when you want, with whom you want, for as long as you want. It's the ability to say yes to what truly matters to you.
And this quote from Housel, it just offers such a profound mental shift. He says, I don't view it as saving money. I view it as purchasing independence. Think about that. Every single dollar you save isn't just sitting there in a bank account. No, it's actively purchasing a piece of your future freedom. It's like a down payment on your own independence.
So the big question is, how do we actually get there? Well, this framework right here really synthesizes all the wisdom we've been talking about. It's a 4-step process. Step 1, find a pain, a real problem that you can solve for people. Step 2, build your distribution system, that's your audience, around that very problem. Step 3, create a valuable product or service that actually solves their pain. And then finally, step 4, you use the income from that whole system to buy your independence, $1 at a time. And this really captures the final, most crucial takeaway of all. The goal is not laziness. It's not about avoiding work. The goal is true leverage. It's about creating systems and assets that work for you, amplifying your efforts so they go way, way beyond the number of hours you physically put in. So let's stop asking how to make money without working. That's the wrong question. The real question, the one you should be asking yourself, is this: what work is worth your freedom? What are you so passionate about? What problem are you so dedicated to solving that you're willing to do the hard things necessary to build a life on your own terms? That's the question that's really worth answering.